about Ivan Toney, guys, but for Brentford, he remains an important player. They would love to keep Ivan Toney at least till the end of the season and then letting him leave in the summer transfer window. It depends on the proposals, so they want an important proposal to let Ivan Toney leave in the January window. Otherwise, they would be super happy to keep him, to welcome him back after the ban, and to have him available for Thomas Frank in the upcoming months. So it depends on the proposals. At the moment, for Chelsea, he's still one of the names they discussed internally, but it's not a concrete negotiation. Chelsea are not negotiating with his agents. Chelsea have not activated anything with Brentford, so the situation remains the same. For Arsenal, this, from what I heard, could be the preference on player side. So Tony would be really excited about the possibility of joining Arsenal, but it depends on many factors. Can Arsenal make it happen? How is the situation with the financial fair play? Is that a possible deal in the January transfer window? Or
big update there from Fabrizio Romano in relation to Ivan Toney and where he will end up. Chelsea, nothing concrete at this point. The player's preference, according to Fabrizio, is Arsenal Football Club. Hit like buttons, subscribe, by the way, and make sure you have the bell notifications turned on as well. This is coupled with news that has come out in the last 24 hours or so that Arsenal have made contact with Ivan Toney's representatives as they consider making a firm offer to Brentford for the 27-year-old. Is the situation about to advance? The FFP conversations is interesting to me. Maybe there's some truth to it. But I have a feeling that Arsenal are trying to drive the price down of Toney. That is fair negotiation tactic. There's no issues with it at all. I believe the player, listening to what Fabrizio has said, listening to what Ivan Toney himself has stated on podcasts, I believe he wants Arsenal. They have to get this done. I think they can win the league without him. But City are the favourites. Ivan Toney arrives, and if that man clicks, it is a different level for Arsenal. What do you make of these updates, ladies and gentlemen? Leave us your comments in the section below. Now, this next story stays with Arsenal, but also Liverpool and Bayern Munich as well. That is surrounding the midfielder Joao Palhinha of Fulham. It says here that Fulham will demand a fee of up to 50 million in January for the midfield player. Now, we know that he was exceedingly close to joining Bayern Munich in the summer. And Bayern Munich, therefore, will be seen as the favourites to land him. There's no doubt about that. But this Portuguese midfielder, at 28 years of age, I just think £50 million is a steal. I think £50 million is a steal for a player that you're going to get 4 years out of minimum. In 2023, the quality that this man possesses, his ability to break up play, his ability to pass the ball, his ability to progress, this man is high quality. And he's been delivering, in my opinion, in one of the toughest leagues in the world to play in the Premier League. Bayern Munich are going to be all over this. Bayern Munich are the favourites, there's no doubt. Arsenal, of course, already have two players that can play that role perfectly in Declan Rice and Thomas Partey. But the rumours about Thomas Partey leaving still circulate each and every single day. And if you're going to sell Thomas Partey and he's going to go to Saudi, as many of the rumours suggest, for 40 to 50 million, what better replacement is there than Palhinha? I just think that him and Declan Rice together in the midfield, an absolute powerhouse that's almost impossible to progress on, almost impossible to penetrate. But Liverpool for me, I think Endo in recent weeks has started to step up, but this man would transform that midfield further, and I think would give them an even bigger foundation, an even bigger base to push on and try and win their second Premier League title under Jurgen Klopp. But where do you, the viewers, believe he is going to end up? Now, moving to City, here we go, a done deal that Man City are closing in on signing, and I need to use Google Translate to pronounce his name correctly. Claudio, is it? I'm going to Google Translate, do it again. Echeverri, there we go. My dyslexia kicks in, and I've gone to record. I don't edit things to make myself look smarter than I am, and I can't pronounce it. But Cladio, I'm going to get Google to do it again. Echeverri, okay? Very young, highly talented Argentinian from River Plate, 17 years of age, 25 million euro offer put in. The here we go is moments away. This will be a done deal. And it's another exceedingly talented young player along the conveyor belt of Manchester City. Will he follow suit as a number of their South American players have and absolutely deliver and kill it at the club? Whether you're looking at Zabaleta, Aguero, young Julian Alvarez, who has been brilliant since he arrived overall at the Etihad. Could this young player Claudio be another that's moving in that direction? This idea, I keep seeing people say things like City are finished, and it actually offends me as a football fan. It actually offends me as a football fan. They're not finished because they've had an average by their standards start to this season. And the only reason it looks more average than normal is because multiple other teams have stepped up this year and become better. This team is buying talent for the future. It buys talent for the here and now at exactly the same time because they want to do one thing and one thing only, and that is win. And at the very least with this deal, if they don't play him very much and loan him out, it'll probably get sold in 4 or 5 years for 50 million quid anyway, and they'll make a profit on this transaction and generate more income to the club. Now, an interesting story that I've seen in the last few days, and a number of teams have been linked to him, Arsenal, Man United, and now it's Tottenham's turn to be linked to the very much in-form Dominic Solanke of Bournemouth. Now, it says here that Spurs have turned their attentions to him as they look for an addition to help out up front, with Brighton's Evan Ferguson proving to be impossible to secure. Dominic Solanke is having a good season. Dominic Solanke is a good footballer. Dominic Solanke going to a traditional top 6 team or a team fighting for the top 6 makes sense to be a backup. So if you had Harry Kane at Tottenham and you went to sign Dominic Solanke to be a backup, I can get on board with that. If Arsenal had a prolific number 9 and wanted a backup and they went for Dominic Solanke, I'd get it. I cannot understand any team wanting to buy Solanke who needs a prolific 9. This season has been amazing. 12 goals he has. But is there any empirical proof that he's going to maintain this level? Does anybody truly believe that he's going to continue scoring at this rate and end the season on 20, 25 goals and then maintain that? For me, the answer is no. I think Bournemouth may end up looking to cash in on him now, realizing we could probably get an extra £20 million for him now at any other point and reinvest that money into another striker, another areas of our team that improve us further. There's a risk, of course, because a lack of goals would destroy how brilliant Bournemouth have been of late. But I understand that their mentality of we could get more money than he's actually worth and reinvest that into the team to make us even stronger. It's a little bit of a gamble, but I understand it. But I genuinely mean this. And I mean, with all due respect to Solanke, who is a Premier League player, by the way. He's a Premier League player. He's a good Premier League player. But if you're a Tottenham, if you're a Man United, if you're an Arsenal, and you want a prolific number 9 who's going to help genuinely elevate your club, not just between January and the summer, but for the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, it cannot be Dominic Solanke. He is not quite, in my personal opinion, of that standard. Let me know what you think below. Speaking of attackers, this story keeps rearing its head. And again, there are links of Mason Greenwood and Real Madrid. Mason Greenwood and Barcelona. And I'm very intrigued by the timeline when I read about it, because the timeline varies from people suggesting this is the PR stunt by Man United, trying to see the reaction. Maybe if fans realize that Greenwood is going to go to an absolute powerhouse, well, we might as well have him. There are others that think it's just a made-up lie for clicks using Man United, Real Madrid, Greenwood's name. And there are some that don't care. They think, well, great, I don't care where he goes as long as it's not back to Man United. And this is Man United fans saying it. Where do you stand on this? What is your personal opinion? He's doing very well in Spain. Living out there, his girlfriend's there, his child's out there, he's performing and getting back into his stride as a football player. He's been given that second chance. He is not going to be kicked out of football. That isn't happening. Where should he go? What should happen? If a giant club is going to give him an opportunity, Should it not be his parent club, Manchester United? Should that responsibility of helping him to stay on the straight and narrow and be that better man be passed off to somebody else? That's the train of thought that there are many people out there that have. Should the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona face the same scrutiny that Man United rightfully face for considering keeping him? Will they face that same level of scrutiny from the world, the media, football fans in general? Will their games all be booed, as Man United would be if he would have played for us? It's a question to be. There is a debate to be had here, because I believe there are many people that genuinely care about this guy playing football again in football. Some think he shouldn't do it. Others believe he should be given a second chance, a chance to improve himself. There are others that I do believe that just don't want him to play for Manchester United because they don't want him associated with their club. There are others that just don't want him to play for Man United because he's a talent. They don't actually care about what he's done. They're just using it as a way of getting at Man United. All of these different types of people and multiple others exist in this debate. But I want to gauge your personal opinion on this, because he is doing well in La Liga. There is the possibility that these stories are true. Where do you stand on it? Let me know in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button. Please make sure you're subscribing to the Terrace, and we'll see you all again very, very soon. Thank you.